What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Chop Shop, the best 120 minutes of your day. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks. We're coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today, let me make sure everything is on. Today is Monday. It's going to be a great Monday. I just can't wait to get it on. Share the show, everybody. Let me share the show right now so we can get this thing to popping. I mean, really share the show. I got some stuff, man, for y'all. You know, it's gonna be a look at me. Look at me. I'm already doing some stuff I shouldn't be doing. But it's gonna be a great week. It's gonna be a great day, great week. Hope y'all had a great weekend. I had a fabulous weekend. Let me share the show. I'm sharing the show right now, manually on my, platform. See, there I am right there. I share it. Let me see. I'm gonna share it with the Chop Shop. I'm gonna share it, and then I'm gonna share it with my groups. I just want I don't want nobody to come back to, well, Robert, I didn't get it. Okay, I tried. I tried. Daryl Anderson tried. Simeon Sims tried. Rod Wells tried. Thaddeus Moody tried. Brandon Weefoss tried. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna really, but I'm gonna want to remind y'all a little bit later. Uh, be careful of some of these posts that have people at press conferences and people talking like they can AI generate my voice and be saying stuff and have me doing saying all kind of crazy stuff. So be careful of that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna repeat that later on in the show because I want y'all to understand. It's a lot of stuff out there. Watch what you listening to online, man. If it sounds outrageous, if you see a person, you saying, wait a minute, wait, that's what's going on. Okay. All right. Did y'all get that? Have y'all been seeing some of that? Sterling Creeks, have you been seeing some of that? Shout out to my starting five. Let me see who my guys are. All my guys here, the guys here. Simeon Sims, Rod Wells, Daryl Anderson, Brandon Weefoff, Thaddeus Moody, Sterling Creeks. I mean, when y'all see that stuff, Sterling Creeks, y'all be careful of what you see online. They might have your pastor on his show talking, and then AI generate him doing all kind of crazy stuff. So watch that. Be careful. Be careful. This internet, this AI stuff ain't playing. Okay. All right. Y'all got that? So remind me later on to talk about this to the people who come on a little bit later. So share the show, everybody. Had a great weekend. My man got a chance to play a little golf. I got a chance to play in a tournament, my first tournament that I've ever played in. Usually I just play for fun, but I played in a tournament this weekend. It's different, and your nerves are different. Other than playing, it's just a different because you got other people. You got to be you got to worry about what other people are doing because you have to write down their score, make sure they got the right score. So it's different than just out there having casual golf, playing with your friends. It's a big difference. But Josephine, hey, I'm glad you got back safely. Um, but okay, Ashton going back to Memphis. Yeah, shouldn't have left, but it's okay. Ashton Hardaway, Penny Hardaway's son, is going back to Memphis. I mean, that's like family. So yeah, I didn't. That wasn't. When it's like your family, it only seem like news. You know what I'm saying? But smart move by him. They could have used him this year. Use his shooting because he got a clip. He can shoot it about 6'9", long. Can play defense better now. He just sometimes sometimes he just need to get away. Sometimes. And Musa Cisse did the same thing. He signed with Penny out of high school, and he went off to where he go off to Oklahoma State. Then he went off to Ole Miss, but he came back. So if he let another player come back, I know he was going to allow his son to come back. But thank for bringing that up, big coach. I did not have that on my board at all. But thank you. So what else happened? What happened over the weekend? Sterling Creeks, did something happen? And because I got some stuff I want to share with you. Uh, um, you know what? I'm gonna go and do it now, and I'll do it a little bit later. But I'd like to take a minute to express my thoughts and my condolence to the family and friends of Karen Lacey. Heartbreaking situation. He loved to dance. Every time I watch some of him, he just a dancing. He just loved to dance, and I'm just sitting up here thinking about this young man. Man, that's why I tell y'all. This is why. What's up? What's up, Vic? Vic, you see what I got, Vic. Vic, Vic know what's happening. But Vic, I was thinking about this young man, because I um talking about Karen Lacey, the young uh, football player from LSU who entered the draft one day, and then a couple of days later, driving out of control. I don't know, and killed one man and injured some other people, and he kind of felt bad. His life was over. He's about to get indicted on Monday. I guess he came to Houston from reports. I'll tell you a little bit about it a little later. It's so sad. I just got to give me some energy before I talk about it. And he, young man, got arguing with one of his kin folks, and shot the pistol in the ground. I'm glad he didn't shoot her. And he took off, and the police was after him, and he unalived himself. He in I guess in a car crash, he killed himself, shot himself in his car crash, and killed himself. I hope y'all understand when I talk about looking out for athletes, and watching what you say about them, and watching, it ain't that I'm trying to be soft, Todd. What's up, Todd? It's not that I'm trying to be soft on them. It's just um, it's um, it's just unique, you know. I watch this young man. What could be so troubling? I mean, goes on in a young man's life where he can just drive a car, going around people, just flying and killing somebody. And then, I mean, you work. And this why I bring stuff like this up, big, because we in this community where we dog each dog and get mad at each other about summer basketball, about sports, and be mad at the other parent because my son better than your son better than my. Well, we go through all this stuff, and we not putting in our young kids, and we got finding out, you all right? Y'all, I be with my son live in New York. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I be worried about him all the time, cause he in in this this rat race, this this capitalistic society that just, you're defined by how much what you do and how much money you make and how much you eat. He said, and he live in New York. He said first thing people like, where you work, where you at, where you go to school, all of that kind of stuff. So these kids have pressures, and that's why I said, Lord, let's do me a favor. When we got elite athletes in this city, let's band together to look out for them instead of, yeah, man, he ain't, if a coach called Vic, man, just coach, you don't know him, and you ain't, you ain't had a influence over him. So, yo, we got to really, really, and hey, Sonya, I miss you, girl. Sonya, I mean, I never get a dude call me, man. He said, man, I love your show, but you do damn positive. You too positive. Yo, it's life or death in the tongue. You get wars start with the wrong words. Fights start. A lot of stuff happens with the wrong words. I can come on this show and talk about a basketball program 100 times greatly. And then somebody else come on the shop and put some on the screen and I talk about that basketball program get mad at me because I'm just talking about people are so easy to be messed up. So we got young men, Johnny, are you going to be at the golf tournament next week in me? You going to the golf tournament? No, I'm not going to the golf tournament next week in Memphis. No, I'm not. Um, I I'm just sitting up here just thinking about this young man, Karen Lacey. I wish I'd known him. Cause I'm the kind of guy that calls young guys. I don't call him, man, I don't need an autograph. Oh, no. Man, how you doing, young fella? Anything you need me to pray with you about? Yo, I mean, if anybody ever asks a young man, man, they know I ask them. You all right? It just breaks my heart. Look, kid in the prime of his life, about to get drafted in the NFL. Done went through all of these workouts and got all of this. Y'all going to all of these tournaments. Y'all at some tournaments this weekend. You're traveling all over the country, trying to get better, trying to get a scholarship, trying to be where this kid is. And you take your life. You're driving fast. You're drunk and out of control and taking other people's life. Casey Small, we have got to get to our young people. Absolutely, Johnny. You said, Mr. Hatter, I think and truly believe some of these kids and parents allow sports to define them. Yes, they do. And we sometimes do it. That's why I try to talk about every single player. If you send me an email, I don't care if your son averaged 4 points a game. Y'all know if you take out the time to send me an email about your son, I always do it. Everybody know that. Because he got some great inside of him. He ain't always got to be a great basketball player. It's something that he is just he just great at. Let's accentuate those things too. And I love basketball more than y'all do. I had a son in it. He was real good. He was this. He was this. He was this. He was all everything. But I know the basketball gonna stop. So I wanted to make sure when it stopped, he was in a position to call his shots. He said, old man said, with kids, it's easy to educate the head, but can you consecrate the heart? The minute adversity hits, it collapsed like a house of cards. But we don't want them to collapse. What can we do? Let's do our part so they won't collapse. Some of these people, they need you to quit kissing their behinds and give them some instructions. If you don't know what to tell a kid, let me see. Well, some of y'all might not know. So let me, let me just go through some of the stuff that I just share with young people all the time. Let's see. First of all, I want our community to know stuff and read stuff and understand stuff so they can educate our guys effectively. Some of these guys don't think, hey, that kid thought, I done killed them people. I'm going to lose the NFL. I sure would like to talk to the young lady who was the last person who talked to him. If anybody know her, please, I want to talk to her. Email me at chopshophtx@gmail.com. See, and I saw this the other day with y'all got to realize now he had an agent and everything. And not black agent, but guess what? That agent, you ain't getting no off of that client. You ain't getting no percentage off of nothing off that client. That client, the young man is dead. So Agent, that's your responsibility too. Y'all, when I'm in this, my first responsibility was to make sure my dude was right. I don't kick, they know I don't kiss players behind. When you really know me, you know, like this girl told me, I just used to see you with all these guys all the time. And she didn't understand I was representing them guys. She just thought I was a guy just hanging with guys. I don't have to hang with guys. I like to hang with me. I like to hang with women. Excuse my language. When I'm with guys, it's probably business on the golf course. But I can understand because people can't comprehend as far as the things that they've been exposed to. A lot of people didn't know it was a guy like me. But I'm just thinking about this young man, and it just hurts me. 24 years old. And I was thinking about this. Cal said, he said, you can have a bad deal with good people, but you can never have a good deal with bad people. Get yourself around the right people. It really, really kind of upset me when people in this community can go and choose agents and go and do without even picking up the phone and call me. How people just we don't get it. Never forget in Vegas, Roy Williams, the coach of North Carolina, we was in there watching some players. He said, Robert, I want you to meet my posse. So he introduced me to the guys who was with him. One guy is the president of this company. One guy is the CEO. One guy is the CEO of Pebble Beach. That's how I got a chance to play Pebble Beach, because I'm just sitting in this circle. Pebble Beach, Google it. If you don't know nothing about it, just Google one of the most best golf courses in the world. But he surrounded himself. Jalen Green, everybody who played for the Rockets, do me a favor. When you talking to Kilman Fertitta and watching him, watch the people he have around him, the team. He building his team, but you around here letting your homeboy do your stuff. You got to have people who you ain't that ain't kissing you behind, that tell you when your feet stink. We got to, Shaniqua. These parents are getting worse. These kids getting NIL now. They're giving these parents money. So the parents they can't say nothing no more. Because you know the golden rule, he who has the gold rules. See, some wise man told me the other day, he said, he was talking about, he said, I think about, y'all don't understand, I think about y'all all the time. I just think about these kids. Because this kid came to Houston, so he knows somebody in our community. You got to be open to rebuke. It's better than secret love. It is. It's always better than it is. Young man, you don't have to take your life. Shaniqua, Vic, Coach, Who fights for you in rooms you're not in? Them the kind of people you need to be back. The people that trying to get you hooked up. You ain't even in these rooms. Who fights for you, Shaniqua? No, he couldn't have been training here, Shaniqua. You know why? I don't think it was training here, but he could have, because he was supposed to be, whatever he was doing, his court date was the day. Somebody just texted me saying, I'm about to go deep. Yes, it is. Yo, this Bob. And by the way, before y'all go, I'm a proud man this morning. Tell you why I'm so proud. Hug your children. Let them know you love them. Absolutely. And not just hug yours. Hug somebody else's children. Y'all, it ain't enough for me, my son, to be great. I want your son to be great. I want your big coach son to be great. I want Shaniqua's daughter and son to be great, and nephew to be great. It ain't enough for us, Johnny Arnett, just to hug ours. See, that's our problem. We just worry about ours. We got to hug our whole community. Who fights for you in rooms that you're not in? I bet you one person on this, I bet you a few people on this feed that didn't know me. I fought for rooms they ain't in to get them in. Who sticks up for you when no one else has the courage to do it? I didn't even mean to talk about this morning. Who's sitting at your table when no one else wants to sit there? See, a lot of people took their hands off Karen Lacey. He ain't going to the NBA no more. He ain't going to the NFL no more. He ain't going to. I love that. I love that. I love that right there, Shaniqua. Shaniqua. And people wonder why my son's teammates invite me to their weddings. Y'all need to share this show. He invite me. I never forget this. I never forget this. Never forget this. My son, when he first went to college, that was his first time being away from home without his parents. Ever. Because we went everywhere. So it's the first time he had his birthday and we didn't come up there. I just left. So I didn't come back. And y'all, it takes 2 planes to get where he at. So I never forget these 2 young ladies, white one and a black one. God, I know these girls. I love them. I love them to death. My mind just went blank. Got him in my phone. They took him to the best restaurant in town at Cornell for his birthday. So you know, Asia. Whew. That's her name. That's my girl, Asia. So when it was her birthday, when I went up there. So guess what? Taking her and that girl, but just happened to, some more people came. I took all of them to the same restaurant. And my son said something. He didn't understand. He's young. He's freshman then. Right? He said, Dad, why you paying for all of these people? When they dads come up here, they don't pay for mine. I said, I'm not their dad. I appreciate those two young ladies. I got to tell. He said, I understand them. He said, but the rest, I said, but the rest of those guys, your teammates. You're going to depend on them. They're going to depend on you. So guess what? I don't care what they daddy did. I'm taking care of all of y'all. I never forget it. That's a valuable lesson. He said he remembered this lesson to this day. But who's sitting at your table when no one else want to sit there? Can you imagine? See, yeah, if I was y'all, I would be calling people and telling them, y'all need to get on the show right now. Because this kind of stuff to save our kids' life right here. This is the kind of stuff everybody need to be watching. I'll wait a second. Call your friends, text, tag, five, say, get to this, send the link to them, say, get to this show. Because I'm not done. Y'all, yeah, we want to talk about sports. Yeah, I want to talk about Rory McIlroy and the Masters. Yes. But this right here, no, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. No, that wasn't a teammate. That wasn't him. That is Moody. Good observation. But he wasn't there. He wasn't there that night. So I'm just sitting here. Who prays for you because they see you like their own family? Those are your people. I'm gonna repeat these again. That's when you know your people, y'all. I'm gonna go again. Because I can imagine the people ran away from this boy. Who fights for you in rooms you're not in? Who sticks up for you when no one else has the courage to do so? You need them kind of people. Who sits at your table when no one else wants to sit there? Who prays for you because they see you like their own family? Those are your people. You got to be seeing what you're saying. Vic, just go, Vic, go look in your life. Dude, I take, uh, what the CP, I take a diagnosis on people around me. I diagnose, I want to know. I know who my people are. And they know who I am. See, they want you to play a real character. They don't want you to be a real person. See, when you play silly games, you win silly prizes. Y'all, I'm trying. I just want to arrest your attention on this. Man, something just popped up on my screen. Young man, when you go through hell, just keep going. Don't stop. Y'all don't know. As I'm talking, some young man is thinking about it. I didn't realize so many people be contemplating taking their lives. Every decision I make, Karen Lacey, every decision I make has a direct impact on my entire team. Hal Tillman, Gary Carter, you trying to build something. I know what you're trying to build. Every decision you make, Gary, has a direct impact on your entire team. You know, and just when I talk to people sometime, a lot of times people just listen to respond, but they don't listen to understand what you said. They just waiting on you to shut up so they can say what they got. That's why you have to have independent media, independent people, people who not bought, who cares about the truth, that's willing to say the things that need to be said. Y'all, I'm more than a guy. I'm gonna get up here and talk about some sports, but I'm more than a guy that can sit up here and talk about high school basketball and what the Rockets did. I'll be robbing y'all. And let me tell you something. I don't listen to people that I can't learn from. And I don't listen to no interviews or artists or anybody that don't have no value in what they say. We just listen to everything. Oh, this dude a fool. I like this. This dude, they be God. I like this podcast. This is they good. They be tripping. Yo, I'm trying to be a connector. I know I'm the conductor conducting this show today, but I want to connect. I don't never want to see another Karen Lacey again. Y'all know what? I'm gonna tell you some real stuff. Because this on the inside, I'm really crying. But I pray every day that when I open my mouth, there's inspiration that I empower people. I can't help it. That I speak the truth, that is spoke with passion. It's all we have. You have one life to live. We are not here to be bystanders. That's why I ask y'all to comment. I want you to feel part of this instead of just listening to me. Come in and say something. I don't want you sitting up there because we got some people on this. Let me see what this Nick Rowe gonna say today. I know him. I feel in their spirit. I got some people on here that will not share the show because they don't want people to know that they watch the show. Freedom isn't free. You got to fight for it. You learn until you die. You know what? I'm gonna get back to sports. But imagine changing yourself for people when all you had to do is change the people. Boy, you're gonna get that one. You're gonna get that one. You're gonna get that one when I go home. That's a hard. That's you're gonna get that one. You'll get that one later. But let me keep going. Let me get back. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, I told you it's a proud moment for me this morning. I had a moment this morning. Uh, in about an hour, this young man is going to fly down to the university where he's going to meet, not meet, go to the university for the first time, uh, and sign and get a chance to meet some of his teammates and his new coaches. And I'll never forget Vic. A few years back, I think the kid he might have been 9 years old, 9 years old, 9 years old, and I'm at the EYBL. I'm over there eating in the lunchroom, and I saw two little guys sitting there, and it was the big EYBL. So I wondered, why you little 9-year old kids, what y'all doing over here? What y'all playing? Y'all ain't playing over here, because I asked them. They said, no, we playing another time. We just want to come over here. We want to see the big boys play. I said, okay, so we got tight. So what's your name? He told me. What's your name? He told me. Both of them, the youngin. And I got to ask him, I said, well, wait a minute, can y'all play? You know I am. The little boy said, yeah, we can play. Yeah, we the dudes. I said, well, what's your name? And he said, my name Michael Collins. He said, but they call me Money Mike. I said, why they call you Money Mike? He said, because my jump shot is money. This is 9 years old. So they got to talking about, they said, we saw Coach K, we saw him, we waited on the restroom, Coach K to come out the restroom. I'm sitting there enjoying these little boys, and I'm just sitting there saying, I wrote their names down and talked about them when I got back to Houston on that Monday. 9 years old. Now, fast forward to now, that young man I met now is going off to college on a full scholarship. Mom and dad ain't got to pay nothing. And he gonna get some NIL. Going to the Raging Cage in Louisiana, Lafayette. So it's a proud moment for me this morning. Yes, it's a proud moment. Trey Phillips. I was just thinking about this kid. This kid was a little bitty boy. Now he's going to college. But he kept working and kept working and kept working. I didn't know could he play. I didn't know if he could make a layup. But I was impressed by the two young men talking to me and knowing where they wanted. He said, I want to be able to be good enough to come back here and play. And guess what? Shaniqua. He was able to come back and play on that same stage, y'all. He told me this at 9. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. The young man told me at 9 years old, I'm going to come back. He over there taking pictures with Marvin Bagley and all that. He took pictures with everybody. What's the more? Tyrese Maxey and all of them guys. Everybody. They took pictures with him. And I finally go back and look at the pictures because I didn't take no picture with him. But then I said, that's the little boy I met. And now, yo, this is what this is about. So anytime that young man that he can't talk to nobody, he picks up the phone and call me and asks me, what do you think about this, Mr. Adam? I knew he was going to be successful. This is he ain't my son. That's why I was telling you earlier, we just can't hug ours. We got to hug everybody's people. In these days, people don't want you, they want you to say everything good about their son. And then if you say something they don't like, they're mad at you. Listen, in this basketball community, you can say 1,000 things about Thaddeus Moody's son. It's unbelievable. I met this little boy. I didn't even, hold up. Their parents wasn't nowhere around. They were just sitting in the, in the, hey, Tina, these little boys was just sitting in the lunchroom eating. Then their parents came later. But I was sold on the boys. I talked about them, boy. I'm gonna find that show one day, y'all. I'm gonna find that show. I got to go back all them years. I'm gonna find that show and find them little boy. I just said, wow. The kid said, I'm gonna play in this thing right here, EYBL. And ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, he came back and played and starred in the NBA and the EYBL. It's unbelievable. So I had a moment this morning because they headed to the airport right now. And then I think about this. I was thinking about big ticket Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. And then I saw something. They was talking about him. Then these guys still really holding beef this long. All of these players that they still mad at Ray Allen, and these dudes has retired. At some point, when do we let this stuff go? Summer basketball. Just cause Jimmy didn't rank your son, you still. I never forget a man told me, man, I can't let nobody know I be on the show because all the people that I know, they don't like Jimmy. They don't like Jimmy. And I don't want to be like, I'm on y'all show supporting. But then you're not supporting me. If you ain't supporting him, we on the same show. But you go in a assumed name, so your friends, y'all holding grudges about stuff that happened a long time ago. Ain't got nothing to do. Y'all got some new kids that grew up, some new kids that came to your program. I mean, what is wrong with y'all? Shaniqua, Tina, what's wrong with it? They still be mad. Tina, I got reason to be mad at the whole summer basketball community. A lot of them. I got reason. But I said nice and smile. Dude, I'm not finna give you a life sentence. I know how rotten a lot of them are. But I just try to educate y'all how y'all can navigate through the rottenness. Y'all notice I never use and call and defame nobody's name. And believe you me, when I tell y'all something, I have the names and the face. I know what I'm talking about. Hey, that don't help me. We got Nico's that's in the news. My Nico Harrison from, I don't know what they're gonna do with him in the Dallas. The little young kid, Nico Halama Labor, 5-star commit. Told Tennessee, y'all paying me $2.5 million. Carson Beck getting $4 million. Now I need more money. I ain't gonna play. We're gonna talk about that. You know what I was thinking about? This is gonna be random. Whatever happened to Max Kellerman? The one who used to tear Stephen A. Smith's head off. What happened to him? Anybody know? This just random. Y'all, I told you, I be having thoughts and I just put them up in my notes. I just wonder what happened to him. And I got another thing for y'all. I'm gonna give you some sports stuff. I got some sports. Tell me your favorite NBA player without saying their name. I'm gonna know who, without saying their real name, I'm gonna know who you're talking about. Tell me your favorite NBA player. This come. I want to see. I want to see how. I want to see how uh creative y'all are. I'll wait. Who, y'all don't know the rule. Tell me your favorite NBA player without saying his name. Flint, Michigan. Man, it's a lot of people came from Flint, Michigan. 12 right now. Okay, I like 12. 12, 12, 12, 12. That's Ja. Flint, Michigan. Man, hold up. Flint, Michigan. Man, there's a lot of people came from Flint. I think, what his name? Mo Peterson came from Flint. Letting people live in your head rent free. Let it go. Absolutely. Boy, that's my baby there. Hey, Mike. Sonya said, the king. Sonya, I didn't know LeBron was your favorite player. I did not know that, Sonya. Oh my God. Okay, I did not. What else? Somebody give me something else. Y'all give me something else, man. Y'all give me some. Yeah. I'm gonna give you somebody like the Slim Reaper. Who is Big Smooth, man? I don't know. Is that a Big Smooth? Is that Tim Duncan? It don't have to be Karen, and it can't be your son. Lori. Lori, it can't be your son. Anybody but your son, your favorite NBA player other than your son. Come on, y'all. Talk to me. Who is Big Smooth? Keith Avery? I don't know. No. Now, if I say the Slim Reaper, you know who that is. Mo Pete Flint was part of the, yeah. Stephen A. Smith got Kellerman fired. But I know, but where is he now? You can get fired and go somewhere else, George. The dribbler. The dribbler. Who is the dribbler? Kyrie Irving? I like the alien also. Oh, man, watch your mouth, man. You watch your mouth talking about my homeboy. The Boston Strangler. Who was the Boston Strangler? Keith Avery, you getting too good for me. And you know I'm getting old. Sam Perkins. Oh, okay. Marcus Sloan said a few years ago they cut. Man, hold up. Hey, we gonna ban Sloan. Sloan, you better stop it, man. Sloan, you must ain't sold. You must ain't sold this old man, man. Old man, buddy. Hey, I can eat. I like Krispy Kreme anyway. I don't know what you're talking about, Shifley. I don't know what you. Doesn't Max still host This Just In? I ain't seen Max on nothing. The Black Mamba. Okay, I like that. I like that. But I hadn't heard. The GOAT. Okay, I got that. The dribbler is James Harden. Hey, whoa. Wait a minute, who said the dribbler? James Harden, is he the dribbler? Yeah, that was Charles. See, Charles Barkley that influenced y'all. See, now y'all making me mad right now. Let me give me a drink of water. He sounds slim now. Andrew Toney was the Boston Strike. You're right. And he played where? Louisiana Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns. Did he play for the Raging Cajuns? Yes. I think he did. Yes, that's what Mighty Mike going. Hold on. Barry McDonald, I can't see that Barry McDonald. I don't know what the hell. I don't talk in emojis, y'all. I'm not an emoji and I'm not a gift guy. I can't see that little old stuff. Let me put on my glass. Man, I don't know what the hell that is. That look like an embryo. That look like a sonogram. Grandmama. Oh, Lori. I like that one. I like that one, Lori. Who else? Who else? Tell me your favorite NBA player without saying the name. The kid like him too. Okay. I like it. Okay. Mamba. I like that. Barry McDonald, we don't know what the hell you didn't put up there. Y'all look what Barry done. What is that, y'all? I can't see that. Let me make it big. Is that a green? Oh, that's a green snake? Man, I didn't say Moses. I said, I guess y'all said, without saying the name, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. Cooking. Cooking. Who in the hell cooking? Oh, Chef Curry? You know who mine is. The chef. The chef is mine. The chef. The chef and the dribbler. The alien is Wimbiana. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Okay, okay, okay. Lord, that's Isaiah. Yeah. The new Roche. Man, I'm done with you, man. I'm done with you, Lionel Rogers. Don't you do that. Barry, I couldn't see that little old. I don't. Yo, look, I never use emoji, and I don't use the gifts. I don't even know where y'all get that stuff from. I said, where they get that stuff from? The X-Man, Xavier McDaniel. Hey, that is Moody didn't get the memo, y'all. I said without saying the man's name. That is Moody. Killer crossover. That's Tim. That's Tim. That's Tim. Oh, okay, okay. I got you. I got you, Thaddeus. I got you. The kid, the kid, the kid, the kid, the kid, the kid. You got to help me with the kid. Got to help me with the kid. Because there's a couple of them with the kid. Let me keep going. I got another question for y'all. Mad Max, the Jet, Big Shot Bob. I like them. I like all of them. Them was my dudes, that though. But I got a question. Got a question. The microwave. Yes, sir. Vinny Johnson. Oh, yeah, they called KG the kid. You're right. You're right. That's right. She from Minnesota. That ain't fair. I should have knew that what you was talking about. My bad. My bad. I messed up on that, Kess. The Fonz? Who in the hell is the Fonz? The Fonz? I ain't never heard of that one, Cat. That is Moody. Anybody heard of the Fonz? Who is the Fonz? Henry Winkler. That's we said NBA player. Who is the Fonz? y'all killing me today. I got another one for you. The Wizard. That's Walt. Which was, wait a minute. Gus Williams. Gus was the Wizard. Then Walt Williams was the Wizard. Alfonso Ellis was the Fonz. Man, get the hell out of here. Ain't no bad. Hot Rod. Yeah, Hot Rod. John Wade. John, what his name? John what? Big fella. That's a good one. I too. I like that. I like that. I like that. I got another one for y'all. Y'all can keep putting them up there. I got another one. Yes or no? Cadillac. That's my man. Played in the program with him. Won several championships with him. Let me tell you. I got another one for y'all. Yes or no? Yes or no? Did the NIL ruin college sports? Kenny Skywalker, franchise Stevie, Ice Man, oh, George Gervin. I got to get Ice on the show. Hot Rod is Dennis Rodman. No, they don't call no. They ain't call Dennis Rodman no Hot Rod. I ain't never heard. I don't know that one. But yes or no? Did NIL ruin college sports? Put it up on screen. Tell me how you feel. Not how nobody else feels. Daryl Skywalker. But we used to call Kenny Skywalker too, though. Yes or no? Did NIL ruin college sports? Has it ruined college sports? Come on. Yes or no? Come on, y'all. Talk to me now. Y'all can type faster than that. Brandon Weefall said no. I like that. Dennis was the worm. Thank you, big coach. Rodman was the worm. Yes. It's headed in that direction quickly if they don't do something, put some restrictions in place. David Thompson was, yeah. Dad Moody saying yes. Yes, it did, enforcing plan to chase money even if they don't forcing play, even if they don't want it. Hey, these players want that money, man. I ain't met none that didn't want that money. Malik, you tell me one that don't want it. The Jet, Kenny the Jet. One thing I can say is a finger roll. Cornbread, Maxwell, good one. No, the NIL created 10 more scenarios a day, and I love it. I like that, Aaron Wilford. I like that one. Did NIL ruin college sports? I got some no's and some yes. Somebody just said, no, you're not. You're gonna do me. Don't email me that. Don't email. Somebody just text me something. I'm not saying that. No, sir. That ain't no email. That ain't no nickname for my boy. But keep going. The Chief, yes, sir. But Aaron Wilford said no. Let me make sure I got all my people on here. Let me see who commented. Brandon Weefall said no. Okay. Let me mark. Shaniqua says headed in that direction if they don't put no restrictions in place. Let me keep going. Sonya, did the NIL ruin college sports? Have amazing human highlight film? Yeah. Microwave. Curtis George said no. The Dream. Sonya, what? Sonya, you see, Sonya, you know I can't see that little bitty emoji. Jamal Wilk, cornbread Earl and me. Absolutely. She says a mess to her. Yes. Okay. Keep going. Not that they don't want money, but to get the money, they have to leave a coach in a program they want to play for. But the coach don't have the money. Okay. Yeah. Now, I like that. I like that one, Malik. Yeah. That's happening. I know some people left some people this year because they wanted their money. What's up, Robert Hatter? NIL made college sports more interesting. The players are free to move to another team. No, the transfer portal did that. The NIL is when they get the bread. So I just want, the Black Cat. I like that one. You got me, Bubba Chuck. Yeah, Bubba Chuck. That's Allen Iverson. Storm and Norman. But Storm and Norman was Van Leer now. Oh, from Chicago. That's why he put that on. Oak Tree. Yep. Lipstick. Butterbean. Y'all love this. Not enough regulations. No, not enough regulations. NIL ruined college sport. Okay. If it ruined it, do y'all know this year in NIL, they had some of the best ratings in football and the best ratings in basketball history. I want to know. Y'all talk to me. The reason, cause somebody told me, and I'm not casting jokes. This was somebody sent me. They said, Robert, Or they asked me, they said, if you say yes, you're either clueless to the massive amounts of money being thrown around the sport, of which none was going to the players. Are you in on the scam? He said, a lot of pockets watchings to me. I feel numbers shouldn't be disclosed. NIL just enhance the glaring holes that are there. Why do you think the numbers shouldn't be disclosed? You're a professional athlete now. These people are paying you money. It's public knowledge now. You can't hide, Gary. If they print it and people talking about it, shit, sometimes you don't have, it's people telling you what they got. Hey, Adam, I got this. Yes, they're underage kids. That don't mean nothing. But you're getting that bread. That bread makes you public. Underage actors and underage actors who get the money, Gary Coleman and all of them, they got thrust in it. Man, to whom much is given, much is required. I like what you're saying, protect the players, but when you start getting this money, say, okay, NALs is great because only a small percentage of the players are going pro. Why the school should make all of them? Absolutely, absolutely. Real pros can't handle meter scrutiny, so kids handle it worse. Yes, I guess. But guess what? Well, the players ain't nobody making them take the money, Gary. You know you can, hold up. Hey, kids, you know you can say, I don't want the money. I just want to go to college and do this. I don't want, you know you can say that, don't you? Don't you? I mean, you know you can say, I don't want this money because it's going to ruin me. Ain't nobody, that's a good one though, Gary. I like that because you made me expound on what I was talking about. How the typo players need to get paid because the players are making the school money. Absolutely. But I love y'all. This is good to talk about. They ain't gonna pass up. Cause ain't nobody made them take the bread now. Cause we ain't gonna go there talking about what it's ruining. Oh, you don't want to take it. You don't want to take it. You want to take it. Shit. Gilbert Arenas is rich. He told his son, let's up and come out this year because they're gonna change the rules now. Let's get out NIL money now because they're gonna change it next year. And he already rich. But he told his son, let's class up so we can get the money now when the rules ain't passed yet. But I had to talk it. For the switch it, no, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back. You know how I do. I'm gonna come back. But y'all, I haven't got out of my monologue yet. I got so many topics to talk about. Keys, what's up? He said, no. What it has done. I got my man Keys Smith in the building. He said, no, what it has done is even the playing field between players and coaches. Coaches and universities have been doing this for decades. Other non-black athletes, sports have been able to benefit for years. It has changed the narrative. Hold up, Keys. Hold up, Key. Let me put my boy Keys up there on the screen. Key, hold up, Key. This for you. Their performance is putting them in a situation where they kind of have to. Case, if selected as an All-American, there's sort of a market for how much you're going to get paid. Look at I two. Hold up, let me get one. Yo, hey, this is Chop Shop smoking. I haven't got into some of the stuff that I really want to talk about. I'm just, let's see. Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Lloyd Thomas, the real Isaiah, the Hall of Famer, not that little one who let Floyd Mayweather talk him out all that money. Not him. I'm talking about Isaiah, number 11, who Bobby Knight, who was the Pistons, that Isaiah. Had to do away with the scholarship and going to school, just hire a player. Now, it's still a school. Still a school. You can be in the business and learn something too. So you want us to just go there to college and not, y'all, college is valuable. Learning is valuable. I don't never want my kids somewhere and not learning. Take your ass to college and go to class and learn something. Because this little old money ain't gonna last, bruh. Panther Network, I know you wasn't you that some of this money this money ain't gonna last now. Especially the way some of my that I've been hearing about the way they've been spending it. Ain't gonna last. But where else at? Where was it? Isaiah, he kind of went off on LeBron a little bit the other day. LeBron was out there in public warming up before the game against the Houston Rockets with no shirt on and a do-rag on. So let me, Sonya, this for you.
Was the GM or coach? Me too. I would never let one of my players walk out on the floor looking like this. I mean, we are a professional NBA league. We ain't summer league. We ain't at the YMCA.
Listen, I think coaches got to go back to suits.
Absolutely.
I just mean
absolutely. I just think
college and pro.
I just think the professionalism in our NBA league has diminished so much. And I look, I like LeBron, I'm a fan of his, so forth and so on. But to walk out on the floor before a game with no shirt on and shoot, I mean, come on, man. Where we at? What we doing? Where we at? Now, if you want to, Adam Silver, if you want to find somebody, find that. Put a fine on that.
Boom, boom, room. What do you think? Talk to me. What do y'all think? I'm listening. I'm listening. What y'all think? Hatter, were fans in the gym while he was practicing? They come in earlier. Yeah, people in the gym. Yeah, it's before the game. So, but even if fans wasn't in the gym. See, you got to understand, people follow this dude. I agree with Isaiah too. Y'all, let me help you. You said, I often understand why Jordan didn't want him around. Yo, the reason Jordan didn't want him around, he's just as good, and he felt he was just as good as Jordan. But Gary, I got to tell you about this, so you don't. No. You can't expect for him. I don't like it, Gary. Take that damn do-rag and put on a damn shirt. I don't like it. So you might not want to be around me either. I get thinking, dude, you got 1,000,000 shirts in there. You ain't got no hair. You need to cut that hair off anyway. You ain't got no hair. But you at your job. Put on a shirt. But Jordan Isaiah wasn't gonna kiss Jordan's ass. Isaiah wanted to beat Jordan, brains out every time. That's why Jordan don't like him. Jordan like people that likes him now. You got to know Jordan now. Don't hold on. Let me help y'all out. Jordan wasn't the nicest dude in the damn world now. Just because y'all love his shoes and love his shoes and don't wear Isaiah. Jordan wasn't the nicest dude. I told you when the first time I met him. I was just sitting in the where you go out in Chicago with his sister and his mom. And he came in and started talking crazy to me. But I was in his space. But his mom and sister invited me there. But he started talking crazy to me. He is a foul. He foul now. Shit, Thaddeus Moody know what I'm talking about. Now he does great things, and I love him. He's my goat. But he ain't. If Gary Carter, you and Jordan want to get on, because you want to kiss. If you ain't kissing Jordan behind, he ain't like you either. I'm just letting you know. What's up there, Coach? Mr. Inspirational Morning Talk said, I agree with Isaiah. Me too. He said, I watched the youth player with only shorts and no shoes and a shirt at a shoot around. Okay. That ain't his job. He at school. That's LeBron's job. How did you didn't go straight? Memphis. No, I didn't. Coach, y'all got to understand. All he did is say, man, what's this about me? Y'all got to understand when Michael Jordan came out, Chicago Stadium, that is mood. I don't know if you've been in that town. That's where his folks at right there. They didn't tell him I was out there with the sister, because me and the sister was real cool. Rob. So we out there. I mean, I'm just, Robert, I want you to meet my brother. You know, because I knew of him, but they want to say, hey, this Rob. But mama got right in his behind. So no, don't talk to Robert like that. And he straightened right up. Then okay, all right. Then he shook me. I thought I had big hands until I shook hands with his big hand ass. But yeah, I never forget. He just came out talking crazy. I said, this my. And I didn't go crazy on it, because guess what? I knew I was in his space. He said, that's Jordan Alley. He called it Jordan Alley. Dog, I'm telling y'all, first of all, I should have been my butt over there waiting on Penny. That my fault. That was my, because that's who they played that night. Because Penny was saying, man, where the hell was you at? But they wanted me to meet. They wanted to make sure that meeting got there. This was early in Penny's career. Hatter, why do you ask? That man said, why did I ask Jordan for a picture? Man, you wrong for that, man. That's low down, man. That's low down right there, man. Hold up, man. That man just made me, hey, I didn't have to ask him for no picture. Right here, I'm finna show you. I'm on here with two of the baddest dudes in the world right here. This is one of one picture it's gonna pop up on the screen in a minute. No, it said, dear summer basketball writers, can y'all stop lying these days? Hey, hold up, y'all, hold up, y'all. I didn't need Michael Jordan. hey, y'all, that's one of one. That was one of one picture right there. Them three bad dudes right there. I don't care what y'all say. I'm just as cold as them other two dudes. I'm just as cold. Hey, one of these days I'm gonna tell you. I think some of y'all know that story. I gotta tell you that story. So I didn't need it. So hold up. I didn't ask for him to take a picture. He wanted to take a picture with us. Man, let's take a picture. I said, okay, let me keep going. Because I didn't see some of you. He said, I didn't know. He said, why didn't you ask Jordan for a picture? Uh, he said, that's Jordan Alley. He said, dear summer coaches, hold up, man. He said something. Hold up. Can you stop lying in these damn write-ups about your players? Oh, what happened? Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Let me go. Hey y'all, it was so. I'm gonna tell you the quick story. I was on the golf course. I was in the driving range. Penny and Tiger both lived in Orlando in the same place, in the same community. Alworth. Google it. It's Alworth. So I'm always over there practicing. Penny didn't play golf then. So I'm over there. Tiger said, what's going on? He passed by me. He said, what's going on? He said, where's Penny? I said, he's at the crib. He said, come show me where the house. He got in his golf cart. I got in ours. We went over and we went over to the golf course. And and I took him in there. And the first thing they did, y'all, they started competing. You know, Penny had 1,000,000 games in the house. Every game, pool, ping pong, whatever game was in the house, those guys competed. Just compete. They had just kind of kicked it and made it. That's the first thing they did. And that's where that picture was taken right after all of that. Hatter got his toes out. Stop it, Barry McDonald. The Tiger Slam, more special in perspective now. It's called proper protocol. You are at work, not shooting jumpers at home. Thank you, Tina. Tina, I need you there. All right. So Jimmy then came on now, y'all. But tomorrow now, I got to, don't forget, I got to talk about in NBA because I had so much stuff to talk about, y'all, and I want to talk about Rory McIlroy yesterday and how important that was to me. That Masters tournament is so important to me because that's the first time I ever watched. This sit behind. I've happened to go to the tournament several times. I never played the course, but I've been to the tournament. I've been on the grounds. But it's very special to me because that's when I fell in love with golf. But Freddie Couples, he played that year. He went University of Houston golfer, and he was playing. And I always looked up to him and liked him as a player. And that's when I started fell in love with golf at this tournament right here. So it's very, very special to me. But Jimmy, what's going on over there, bro?
What's going down? What I missed, boy?
Hey man,
I'm
hold
back
up,
from
man. Somebody
vacation now.
just told me you can start. I'm gonna start right here with you, right here. Somebody says, "Dear summer basketball writers, can you stop lying in these damn write-ups about players? Please stop it." Then he came back. He said, "I saw a write-up on a player on my team. After reading, I was like, he must have played another game." Dang, that's hard
You know,
when the coach
you
even
know what I think the
say,
solution to that
"What's this?"
is to approach, contact the writer directly, and give the constructive criticism to the writer directly. Because otherwise, it's a blanket. It's like shooting pellets in the air, and it still necessarily don't solve it, but it's not as effective. It's basically just calling somebody out subliminally. Contact the writer, help to educate the writer, and maybe, just maybe, they'll get better at their craft. That's my advice on that one. You guys feel free, of course, any other questions that you have on that. Now we got, of course, NBA playoffs, the play in, that is, play in and playoffs up on us, less than pretty much approximately 24, 36 hours away. And really and truly, guys, this is uh, the West has lived up to the hype. And I'm really intrigued and interested in actually watching multiple first round games for the first time in a long time. I'm really intrigued and I'm interested and I can't wait.
Okay. Would you say Adam Silver got this thing right?
Well, I'll put
I'm
it like
talking
this.
about the play-in
When
because
yeah,
going down to the last game of the season, Jimmy, last game of the season, Everybody watching. Jimmy, I couldn't watch the Masters. I had to put all the TVs on. I wanted to watch the Masters. I wanted to watch them games. I usually gonna say forget everything but the Masters. But I had all the TVs on this weekend.
And one of the things, first question is, yes, he must get credit, Adam Silver, for getting this one right, because whenever one gets it wrong, we are quick to point out that, hey, you messed up. That was a blunder. You got it wrong. Guess what? The play-in didn't taste very good at first, but you look at it and it's good and it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere no time soon. It's effective.
So
And
you was
because that
against it?
night, huh?
You didn't like it? I loved it.
At
From the beginning.
first, from the beginning, you know why we didn't like it? Because we didn't.
Y'all didn't like it. I liked it.
Not many
Yeah.
really understood the format. You know, like why
Okay.
7 got to play 8 and 9. So
Okay.
some things are going to be when they're confusing. We don't really. Oh man, I don't like that. Then. Well, you really just didn't understand it.
But
Now
Jimmy,
you
what was
get
you,
it.
Jimmy? You must have been absent that day. I came on here explaining it about 2 or 3 days in a row. I came, but it was new, but I knew the rules. I mean, because Freightman texted me the other day. Freightman had told me, man, you knew. But it wasn't it. I just, you know why I liked it? Jimmy, I just want games to go. I didn't know. First of all, Jimmy, before we go there, congratulations to the Indiana Pacers, the Lakers, and the Nuggets, and the Clippers. All of them hit 50 wins this weekend. Jimmy, Utah
Yeah.
had 65 losses. The New Orleans Pelicans had 61 losses. Washington Wizards had 64 losses. Charlotte had 63 losses. So now you have teams with 60 or more losses. But you had 2 teams, Jimmy, that had 60 or more wins. If you didn't know what they were, ladies and gentlemen, Cleveland, 64. And how about OKC? Jimmy, they were 68 and 14. Jimmy, that just snuck up. Jimmy, remember we supposed to talk about the 20 game progress? This season passed by fast, man. This season passed by fast.
Oh yeah, and heads are rolling as
But
expected.
Coach Bud.
But he's gone, and of course the administrator for the Pelicans. You mentioned the Pelicans a while ago. He's gone,
Wait a minute, wait, David Griffin gone?
gone like a turkey. How did turkey go?
Through the
Gone.
cone.
He gone.
They fired Griff, Mr. Know-it-all ass Griff.
Well, he was the one that shipped Anthony Davis out of there for remember Anthony Davis shipped him out and got Brandon Ingram and all that big allotment of players about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, but they was ready. Anthony Davis was ready to go. All them people ready to go. Zion the one got that man fine. I'm just gonna tell you.
What was Zion was the tip on the iceberg because they doubled down on Zion. Zion had a little. They could have got rid of Zion. They knew he had the problem after the first year before last when the first girl came out pregnant.
But
And he had
the
issues.
pregnant stuff ain't this. They don't care
I know,
about
but
that.
he had his issues not making his weight, and you wasn't performing like that and being healthy enough, and a lot of other
Well,
things.
maybe if he did it a little bit more, he'd lose some weight. Because you can lose weight if you put in some work. But no.
So tell me this real quick. You know, like I say, the playoffs, of course, tomorrow. Golden State Warriors. You know what? I'm not upset. I'm pleased actually that they lost the game last night because I just didn't want to see the Warriors and the Lakers round 1. I really did not want to see Lakers Warriors round 1.
I wanted to see him. I wanted the
Not
Lakers to
round.
get their ass whooped.
No. I say round 1. I didn't. That's not a round 1 game. That's not a round 1 game.
Jimmy, it's a new world order in the NBA, man. It ain't the same no more, man.
Them the two old heads. I'm saying, but these are old heads. Well, of course, Luka isn't old, but he's aged. But LeBron, Steph, that's not a first round. Neither one of them deserve to just go out at the hands of each other in the first round. So I'm pleased that it came and it fell the way that it did. So that means the Warriors, if they win the play-in game, then they get the Houston. They have to come to Houston this weekend to start the series with the Houston Rockets. I like that.
So how the
Jimmy
hell you
Butler
want to
comes
see that?
home.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why you
Yeah.
want to see them come and whoop up on all the Houston Rockets, but you don't want to see them with
Hold
LeBron?
on, hold on. Who said they're gonna whoop up on the Rockets?
But then, so wait a minute. Something just ain't right about your logic. So
I,
you'd rather them play the Rockets instead of LeBron?
in the first round, I would rather.
Why would you
Here's
rather
what
them
I'm.
see the Rockets play the Rockets in the first round?
Here's the deal.
Give me
To,
some.
to
Help me.
simplify that fraction, I would rather see LeBron James and Steph Curry get at least 10 playoff games this year. So that means if they go into the second round, that means they can get at least 10 playoff games. I would rather one of them or both of them to advance to the second round. That's much seat, no matter what, and they're on opposite sides of the bracket. I'm down with that.
Okay.
So, you know, that's going to be cool. And now also, who's the most surprising team in the West and the most surprising team in the East? I think the East is really easy.
Surprising in a negative way or
No,
surprising in
no,
a
no,
good way?
no. To the good first. The bad is that's too easy. That's easier. It's a harder for the best.
Jim, I'm gonna tell you something,
The
looking guy.
East is opening. Well, no, what the East ain't really easy. It got two. It's down to two. Most surprising for the good, I would think.
I'm just looking. I'm just looking at these teams. I mean, I really, y'all don't understand. I told y'all, I can't say the Rockets, because what did I say? I guarantee you. Now, last year, Jimmy, I guarantee they were 41-41. Missed it by what? Half a game. So I came back and doubled down. Hold up, this for me. Hold up. I'm gonna get this for me right here. My Rockets clinched a long time ago. They had that little name, that little Y up under their name, Clint. So I can't be surprised at them. So I'm just trying to see who I can. I'm not surprised. Jimmy, I'm telling you, a lot of this stuff has went the way I kind of wanted to go. Even Phoenix. I'm disappointed in them. But the way I saw them play, Bradley Beal is flat out terrible. And they can't, he got a no trade clause, they can't get rid of him, and ain't nobody else gonna want him. I know something surprising to me. Portland gave the coach Johnson Billups an extension. That's surprising, but I know you didn't want to hear that one. But ain't nobody surprising to me. I didn't even expect Steph and them to do this good
We
because
talking about the East.
no,
You on the West now.
the East, Philadelphia got hurt. So if you want to call that surprising, who good? Cleveland surprised the hell out of me. Detroit surprised the hell out of me. Y'all got to understand that just the year before, the coach got fired. Hold up. And they had to pay him $80 million, $65 more million to go away. So Detroit is a big surprise to me. And that's it. That's it. To me.
I would think most surprising I would think would be pound for pound would be the Detroit Pistons uh, in the East. I would think the Detroit in the West. The most surprising, of course, in the West, OKC Thunder. The way that they did it and how many games they won.
68.
8 games won. OKC Thunder, and then on top of that, SGA he balled. Remember, Chet Holmgren got hurt. Chet
Yep.
got hurt, and they still maintain their dominance while he was out. That's like, man.
Tina mentioned, I still can't believe how dominant OKC is and quickly they. Let me show you how dominant they were though. Did y'all know that the average margin of victory, it was, I think, nearly 13 points a game. I think 12.9. What I like about this team, and I watched them a lot, Jimmy, they come at you in waves. They finished this season with more double-digit wins, 54, than 27 other teams had wins in general. Let me repeat that because so they had 54 double-digit wins, and 27 teams didn't win 54 games. 50, hold up. 27 other teams didn't even win 54 games. So I just ain't never seen them back. The metrics are off the chain. When they get to talk about the advanced metrics, this team, man, but I'm gonna tell you though, but this is the team I think can lose in the first round if they get the wrong opponent. I really do. They get the wrong opponent, they can lose in the first round.
So is there any chance Kyrie can play in these playoffs?
No, he done.
Okay.
Boy. What? Don't even talk about that.
Boy, if he could,
Don't
boy.
even talk about.
If he could. This letting you know just how good these playoffs are.
Yes.
Now, one thing we did not hear this season that helps to make it good, there's been not one single narrative of
About
load
man. No.
this entire season. That's another good point because that wasn't a distraction for anybody. And guess what? Even yesterday, and even in this past week, Hal, when certain teams didn't play certain players, the IQ of the casual fan has increased to them even understanding why the Houston Rockets didn't play their starters a couple of games. It's more, it wasn't like, oh man, why the fans couldn't get their money worth? They bought these tickets. These guys need this rest. It's important because they are ready to give it all come playoff time. That's going to be good, man.
But you was talking about rest. So when we talk about rest, let's shout out to the youngest player in NBA history, or the youngest player this year, I put it, that played 82 games, Jalen Green. He played 82 games last year. He played 82 games this year. Shout out to that. Since we're going to talk about load management and talk about people sitting out, this young man answered the call 82 times last year and 82 times this year. We got to talk about that. We got to give him his prop for doing that.
And speaking of props, I'm going and segueing into another sector, but basketball remains on the table, and that is, I'll give a shout out. We have two young men from Greater Houston that went and played international professional basketball, and both of them earned MVP of their respective leagues. Kendrick Davis in the Australian League. Kendrick Davis earned MVP of that league, and that is not an easy league he was playing in. And his team, shout out to Kenneth Lofton Jr. Kenneth Lofton went over to China and showed up and showed off. He's mastered those sub NBA leagues. He mastered the G League, remember? He came and he mastered this league. It's just a matter of the right team. He's been to about 4 NBA teams.
But Jimmy, maybe his game ain't suited for the NBA. That's all.
And guess what? In due time, we'll be able to tell. But also he still have he still have an opportunity. Somebody is going to give it. Take, and that was all it take is the right team to get you to another contract. And that's how the game goes, right, Adam? The right team get you the right opportunity, you get to
Yeah.
that other contract, and guess
But
what? Now
Jimmy, they
now
done already
it's
saw.
already made.
I'm just telling you how the NBA is. They move on. They done already saw what you are. Once they see what you are, I mean, it's just nothing against him. He can make a great living everywhere. But what all them coaches be asking me, they said, Robert, could he help me win ball games? Over there, he's the focal point. He gonna get. Hey, they ain't finna give him the ball. They ain't finna feature him. Over there, they featuring him. He needs to be where he can be featured. In the NBA, they ain't finna feature him. But since you talking about them two, I want to share something with y'all that
Are you pulling up? Thanks, big coach. Former North Shore High School star Jonathan Motley got MVP of his league in the Euro Cup
Mhm,
over in Europe.
mhm.
Tel Aviv, I think that's where he played with. So Jonathan Motley that's three guys from this area that got MVP, not of their team, not just of they got MVP. Awesome, man.
But
Shout out to
Jimmy,
those guys.
Jay, why did you say this? It's unfortunate Kendricks don't have the best representation. He's a bona fide NBA player. Why you say that about? Do you know anything about his representation? Do you know who represents him? Why would you say that, uh, uh, Jay? I know you just got Jade up there in your name, and you throw stuff out there like that. Why would you say that? But Jimmy, let's talk about
Yeah,
something
I'm
positive.
just curious why would he
Yeah,
say that?
why
What do
would
you
he
mean? I
say
mean,
that? Why would he?
some people got to get it out the mud, man.
Man, come on, man.
You know,
Come
they
on.
just sub
If,
6 foot. You know
Jimmy,
how many people that
Jimmy,
sub 6 foot
eh,
that's in the NBA?
come on, Jay. Jay, you teaching, but Jay, you're saying something now. Jay, I had to put that on the screen because that's almost that's asinine what you said.
His
But
game
Jimmy,
has matured, man. It's just giving time. He's
yeah,
going to get the opportunity. The summer league is 2 months away, 3 months away. Those guys going to get opportunities again to interview. What you got,
but
Adam?
I got something so unique and I love it because he's a great young man. Jonathan Jordan is enjoying a great opportunity with the FUS Rabbit in Basketball Africa League as the Michael Jordan of Morocco. Former Texas A&M Corpus Christi, former High Tower High School guy, sees the growth and popularity of he playing over in the African League in Morocco, and he's a star. Jimmy, everywhere he go, they asking him for his autograph. He Jonathan Jordan. He wasn't playing. He wasn't
Boom
5'10".
baya, boom baya.
He wasn't playing on big. He didn't. Y'all, I know y'all didn't think. Now he getting 2,000 views a day on his Instagram because the young man that figured out this way from Missouri City, Texas. A great young man. One, he played in the G League. The G League wasn't paying him but 19. That's back when the G League wasn't paying but 19 and $26,000 back then. They didn't have no two-way deals. But Jonathan said he liked where he is, man, over there, man. Jonathan Jordan, look him up. Got a great story. It's on Anscape. But on Anscape, that Mark Spears, he used a whole lot of words. He gonna give you 1,000 words in an article. But it's just such a great thing by a young man. Plays in the summer league and the Pro-Am summer league on D'Angelo Harrison and them team. It's just unbelievable when our young guys, Jimmy, you can get it a different way. Jonathan wasn't no household name.
Jonathan didn't even have a Division I offer to the state tournament.
Yes. And now he's making a living, ladies and gentlemen.
You know.
I love that story.
So now speaking of story, have you touched on this this Tennessee quarterback situation?
No, I haven't.
But that's no, but it's time.
No, I
Ring the
haven't.
bell. Ring the bell. Clear your throat. Clear your throat.
It
Clear your
ain't.
throat.
It
It's
ain't.
got.
It ain't
I
bad
said,
as you
man, I
think.
hope that I come on there that Haller hadn't touched on this topic because I need it's time every now and then, Deacon. You know, the deacon get to preach every now and then. So now you got to get up in the pulpit and
No,
explain to us, first of all, for those that I guess been under uh,
Jimmy.
a rock or whatnot, and that is uh, the quarterback for the University of Tennessee, the Volunteers, right?
Mhm.
Um, he basically has allegedly went to the staff and they have a discrepancy or a change of thought on how much his money collective slash NIL money should be increased. And basically the schools determine that we're not going to pay you this amount and we're going to move on and you're not going to be our QB1 moving into for the immediate future. And it made headlines and you know so much stuff is leaked out from both sides. It's got messy and now uh, your thoughts on this thing and how do you think it's going to end up with him once this in regards to the transfer portal?
Ladies and gentlemen, he's doing what every player is doing. I tried to tell you and Chris Walker years ago when y'all was thinking I was against the NIL, and I was just telling you it's just a lot of things that need to be put in place because I know the industry I was in for 30 years, it was crazy. I can imagine. I used to call it it's going to be the Wild Wild West. So all the young man did, he said, what's the boy name? Carson Beck, whatever the boy name, Beck, is worth 4 million. And this other little quarterback, Mateer, is worth 3 million to the transfer market. He said, to have talent like me, I just want some more money. See, these the same people, University of Tennessee, who used their Tennessee Attorney General in a lawsuit over his recruitment to get him to go there, to keep him from going to the other school that he was supposed to go to. They had a subsequent injunction paved the way for boosters and collectives to negotiate with athletes before their enrollment, dismantling the NCAA recruiting rules. Tennessee, the one gave way for all of this to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all didn't do it. Jimmy's smart enough to. I know how to know a little bit more about this thing. So all it is the kid said right before the spring game, y'all got to up this bread. Y'all got to realize that they sued the people, the NCAA, for unlawful enforcement and won the injunction granted. But now that same school, Tennessee, now don't want to pay him. Jimmy, I think they don't like him no more, so they don't want to give him that much money. That's what I'm thinking. See, y'all don't understand. Y'all think it's him. But if they liked him to Tennessee, Jimmy, Rocky Top, Jimmy, that extra 2 mil, that extra $1.5 million ain't nothing to them up there. I'm just telling you, they must have didn't want him. So now he got to find somebody else who wants. Jimmy, I asked a question in the beginning of the show. You weren't on yet. I said, has NIL ruined college sports? And I said no. I said no. And I mean, Jimmy, what they said, the same thing that make you laugh, make you cry. Tennessee, they created this monster. Jimmy, this the kid who used to go to 7-on-7s playing his pajamas and a hoodie. He didn't have on the shorts. Like, he had his pajamas on and a hoodie. So him and his dad have always been different. And they saw that boy Beck. They played at Georgia, get that bread. 4 million for him. Oh, you got to pay me the same way. So it's just the way this thing is going, Jimmy. The boy who won the thing for Florida, Walter, what is that? What's my name? Walter Jr. Walter Clayton Jr. Who won it for
Clay.
Florida?
Oh yeah. You
Jimmy.
talking about basketball?
Basketball. I'm gonna finish switch because it's college sports. All of it college sports. This ain't just happening. Man, that man loved Rick Pitino. Man, that man wanted to go to Iona. I mean, he wanted to follow Rick Pitino. He was at Iona with Rick Pitino. He wanted to follow him to St. John's. Florida said, "Here, $2 million." He said, "Rick, I'll see you later." Kadari Richardson, his best player on St. John's team. I'm just showing y'all how college is. That kid wanted to stay at St. Seton Hall with your boy, the coach, the black coach at Seton Hall. What's his name? Rashay
Holloway. Holloway.
He wanted to stay. St. John's got a dude named Mike Ripoli, Jimmy, who owns Body Armor, but not Under Armour, Body Armor. He tell them, whatever we ain't finna get, I bid on nothing. Who you want, Rick? So, Jimmy, that's the way it is. It ain't, this kid didn't do nothing. This really ain't big news to me. I was gonna bring it up tomorrow, but I'm glad you you feel it, because from your point of view, it's big news. Because Jimmy, that's what's going on right now. And Jimmy, you don't have to be that good. This dude asking for money that ain't that. Dude, everybody asking for money. And it ain't no market. So what happens, Jimmy? See, in NFL and NBA, we look for fair market value. What he doing, what the other guy. But in this case, these dudes averaging 4 points a game, 5 points a game, asking for $500,000. Man, but guess what? If you willing to pay it, take it. If they dumbass willing to pay your non-playing ass that money, you got to take it. And that's the way we is right now. And guess what? It's going to keep happening. The genie is out of the bottle. You're going to see some more of this. It's going to happen in basketball too. Right before the season starts. Look what they did to Penny them this year. And he ain't played nowhere else no more. Right before the season started. They went all in practice from June. I forgot his Tyreek something. Jimmy, right before the season started, he said, I want some more money. I don't like this deal. So Penny said, well, let's talk about it. What deal? Your homeboy Rick Stansberry just said this how much she's supposed to get. This how. And Penny said, man, okay, go on with and do your thing. And Tang them got him. And shit, he didn't play for them. They redshirted him. So he probably gone somewhere else. But guess what? They had already gave the man 100. Yeah, see, some of y'all, his name Tyreek Smith, something like that. Some of y'all don't even know who he is. And they gave him 175,000. And he talking about before the season start, I want some more. That's what it is, Jimmy. It's just the way it is. It's unbelievable. Right? What can you do? And hell, they say your homeboy, I don't like him since they beat Dion up there, Dan Landing. I don't like him because he said some slick stuff after Oregon beat the brakes off Dion now. They say he the one snitch because the boy's daddy, they know he got money up there at Oregon. The boy's daddy called him and said, look here, man, what you got up there? We need $4 million if you need something. And the man went and snitched and called the coach. Dan Landon called the coach of Tennessee. That's how they found out. Coach, this is a cold piece of work, man, out here, man. This is a cold piece of work. But I want to see if it's somebody else finna pay this dude. Because, let me get you straight. Tennessee had the money to pay him. I don't know why they did. But that's all. That's all.
Yeah, indeed. Of course. And
It's great.
there's so much around the horn. And did you touch on this young man, the young wide receiver who took his own life from LSU?
Got a heavy heart with that one, Jimmy. But we can touch on.
actually it was living. One of his relatives, a mom or somebody, a parent or somebody was living in Houston. Happened right on the outskirts of Houston when they found this young man uh, deceased, and they reports are
Karen Lacey.
that
Call him by, use his name now. Karen
yeah,
Lacey.
Lacey,
Say his name.
and reports are that Lacey committed suicide. He was supposed to have gone to court on
Today.
the
Today.
automobile accident this week or today,
Mm-hmm.
and so the timing of that makes it suspectable that this pressure of him going to court v- combined with the NBA NFL draft status, uh, which he was supposed to be one of the top wide receivers taken initially, projectedly, and so now the pressure that these young men that he would go and take his own life.
Something
I
has
mean,
been
not
wrong
even
with him,
go.
Jimmy. Jimmy, something has
Was this
been
the trial? This the trial starting, or this? This
grand
was
jury.
just.
The
Oh, this
grand
was a
jury
court.
convened today. Today.
Huh?
The grand
Huh?
jury convened today. He's
But
supposed to be there.
I mean, yes. So it's not even trial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Jimmy, like I just said a second ago, something was wrong with this kid. And when I saw videos of him and I'm watching him, I'm looking at him. You can be happy on the inside. Y'all, it's some dark stuff going on in some of these people's mind. Uh, and I know you be talking about they can handle it. No, man. We got to be careful because this pressure. I was never Dirk Minifield. He's on here now. He's a professional basketball player. He was never under the scrutiny of everything that these kids go through. Man, this kid, he got the advantage of watching all the dudes that played with him at LSU. All of them dudes gone. They made their money. They got money and everything. And this kid thinking his life is over because he defined himself as an athlete. You're more than an athlete, my young people. If the Legacy School in Sports and Sciences, if y'all were in this class, you're more than an athlete, man. Don't let this stuff define you because the basketball and the football gonna stop. Who are you after that? See, some people be so defined by what they do, and then somebody take that away from them, then they feel their life is hopeless. And I counsel and talk to people like that all the time. And I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, even not just in sports, Jimmy. The guys on Wall Street, guys in high value, high target jobs who under so much pressure. And man, it's just, man, I'm serious. I have to talk to my son a lot. Say, man, you all right? No, I'm for real. Is anything not? Don't be texting me. I'm all right. Pick up the phone. Let's call me. I want to hear your voice. Cause I don't know, Jim. You got to understand how close. This little girl who was an actress, a model, making a lot of money, staying in a penthouse. Jimmy, she just jumped out of a damn window in New York and fell on the pavement. Young, beautiful, had seemingly everything happening. This boy was young, nice looking, seemingly he had everything going for him. But this night he wanted to get drunk and go and kill that man. And Jimmy, everybody's probably stepped away from him. You know how people are. You get some people in this community. If you ain't, man, he done fell off. Man, we just got to watch it, Jimmy. We got, and I was talking about this a little bit earlier and I wanted to bring it back up today. I was just thinking about it. Every time, Jimmy, when you bring up this little boy, Jimmy, when you have a son, this thing hit different. I always tell my son, who fights for you in rooms you're not in? Who stick up for you when no one else has the courage to do? Who is sticking up for this boy? Who's sitting at your table when no one else wants to sit there? Everybody got, I can imagine how people are. They took their hands off of little Karen Lacey. Who prays for you, man? Because they see you like they're your family. Those are your people. All these other people out here, them ain't your people. When you got somebody around you that fights in rooms that you're not even in and bringing you in, who stick up for you when nobody else have the courage to do, and who prays for you. I mean, when you're sitting at the table, no one else want to sit there with you, but this guy is. Jimmy, I'm telling you, man, having a son, and then this morning, he might be on a flight. They just probably boarded on the flight. Little young man I met a long time ago. He's going off to his college for the first time. Mighty Mike going to visit the college, Jimmy, and meet with Coach Cornice and the new crew and all of that stuff. I was proud this morning. As sad as I was about Karen Lacey, that hit me hard, Jimmy. Because, Jimmy, what if I was representing? Jimmy, if you talking about representing these guys, know what's going on in these young kids' lives. I know you was happy as hell when you was over there representing them. But I wonder where you're at now when his folks and his family need you. This is the hard part, Jimmy. This stuff hit personal with me when that little kid passed away. Because I was thinking, when it first happened, Jimmy, I was thinking, gosh, somebody need to surround him when it first happened. But it should have happened before we even got in that car and that crazy. But sometimes, y'all, these football players, y'all, I'm just telling you, some of them dudes, I do not want to be around. Some of these dudes, damn, they're borderline crazy. Anytime you clashing your head together with Jimmy, something ain't gonna be right all the time. I'm just gonna tell you. But that's all. That's what I would say. 'Cause I know we got a responsibility when we're on this show because we don't know who's watching. I need somebody. I hope this helps some young man. You know how you guys who catch it and splice other stuff I said and send it out to people? Splice this and send that out to people. But that's it. That's it for me, Jimmy.
Yeah, man. So that's that. On of course that note, we are at the top of the hour, and it is definitely time. Slide on down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing. We got a lot more to
Yeah.
wrap on tomorrow. I'm back with you guys, and got a whole lot.
Yeah,
To
you
talk about.
got to tell me about San Antonio, man. I ain't even call you. I want to hear. Hold up. I want you to tell me when you tell everybody else. Don't call me. I don't want to hear no
I
private.
take you guys through San Antonio and the internet, and they had and pictures and stuff, and I'll let you guys know if that was real or fake picture.
I ain't talk about that mess either now. So, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. You get
Yeah,
your
boy.
hold up. Get your toothpick. Have your
Give you all
toothpick.
that transfer portal news as well.
Uh-huh.
Got a lot of that been going on over the weekend. Since we've been going, you guys can see the ongoing list, which is now, I think we've reached, I want to say 50 players
From Houston?
from Greater Houston. I want to say it's 50. That's a lot, man.
It's a lot.
And a lot of those guys, remember the last day that you can get into the portal
Was when?
is April the 22nd.
So
That's
they
the
got
last day
a few more days.
That's the last day that you can hop
Get in.
into the portal.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And you can stay in the portal. It's up to you. You stay there as long as you want to. It's up to you. Do your thing. But then you guys know, putting it on your mind that the last day that you can go into the portal is indeed April the 22nd. So there are some names out there that when I was in San Antonio, I give you guys a lot of the news, a lot of the dirt.
Don't forget, man.
School coaches that have announced their retirement, not resignation, their retirement. One would be Silsby, legendary coach Joe Sigler. He's laying it down.
Okay.
Also, man, I got so much high school stuff. A prominent high school coach in Houston is laying it down. And I'll share that news with you guys tomorrow. That's going to be shocking to many.
Is it by choice or force? No, I'm just
Choice.
Okay, now I'm
Choice.
messing with you. I'm messing with
We
you.
got a new, of course, last week you mentioned a new coach at North Shore.
Oh,
There's
that's
some
my
other
man.
jobs that's been lined up and filled. I mean, it's a lot of good stuff. But that portal thing, go over to rcssports.com,
Okay.
check out the list of the transfer portal guy, young men, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see we also have the stats from this past season from each one. You look on the front of RCS Sports, and you'll see it says Greater Houston Transfer Portal list. Doug Jones keeps it populated each day. 53 is the number right now. 53. That's just right now. There's a lot of talent in that portal from out of H-Town. It's a lot of talent in there. So that means when coaches call in what they want, just tell them to go right there. That's an easy chart that they can go and look at and get a gauge. And then guess what? Shout out to a lot of these guys out here, and we'll talk about this topic tomorrow. How to write this down. It's a good one.
Hold up.
And the question is,
Okay. I'm ready.
What are your thoughts of grassroots programs inserting themselves and being the primary source for your possible NIL money for those prospects that play within their program? That's a good topic, a good conversation. And once again, grassroots program, in other words, should the grassroots program have first dibs in representing or helping those same players that are playing for that said program in their NIL opportunities? Because we're talking about high school kids. We're talking about high school. We're talking about 17U primarily. That's the question. I want you guys to scratch your head, and we want to have a civilized conversation with that topic.
When do we wait a minute? When do we not have civilized conversation? I thought we always.
I mean, it civilized meaning we get to a point now where just because a person may or may not side with a certain program that may do it or may not do it, that doesn't make the person wrong. That's why the topic is, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it okay
for somebody to get mad anyway?
Program? Some of these programs are investing all of their resources to help these young men on the front side. These certain programs, they were good enough to market your babies for the sake of exposure. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. No, that's tomorrow.
We'll talk tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow. I'll see y'all later. I got to go.
You got
y'all.
That's oh man. But anyway, no. See, Brandon, we fall. Don't answer right now. We don't want the answers right now.
I know.
Tomorrow.
Hey, playoffs start tomorrow, but I got some stuff that I want you to look for in these playoffs tomorrow. And I see
y'all looking. You seen Rod Wells?
What did you talking about the Dodgers? What the Dodgers have done?
What? Man, they got beat 16-0 the other day. 16-0.
That don't matter, Jim. It's 162 games.
If the playoffs started today, they're 20 games in. Almost 20 games in.
Jim, baseball.
The Dodgers wouldn't even make the playoffs. Jim, they wouldn't even make the playoffs.
Baseball played 162 games. Somebody trying to FaceTime. Let me get out of here, y'all. I'm out.
We up out here. Y'all share the show on the way out the door.
Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.